Hi guys, so we'll now move to another section where we will talk about the following the user. So how it will work actually. So this the user will tap on this and will start follow, let's say Daniel Craig, until let's say he's not restricted us to do so. Okay, very good. So as you are now becoming a professionals of building the database and building the applications, what we have is we've got here first of all, we need to go to PHP panel. Then we're going to the Facebook, our database. These are all of our tables, which means these are sub databases. So we'll have to create one more column, which will be a follows. So we have a database storing likes, posts, requests, friends, users, and all of these stuff. So we need now, guys, we need now a separate database which will store all the information. So that is what we're requiring now. Okay, so I'll click this button, which is new, and first it will be just an ID, and the maximum length of value will be 11. Then we have got the user ID, the one who start following. Then we have the maximum length is 11. By the way, for the first ID, don't forget to make it auto incremented. Primary, go. Then we will here write follow ID, means the user that we started to follow ID. And the final one will be date underscore created. Okay, so for that I'll select the timestamp, and here the default will be current timestamp, and the attributes will be on update of current timestamp. Okay, so this one, the name of this database will be follows, all the follows. Okay, great. So this is our new database, which is as follows. Make sure that your database is looking exactly like mine, something like mine. And okay, so what we will do now, we will I will go now to the programming part, which is a NetBeans development environment, and we will write two protocols. So we need two protocols which will insert the data, and the second protocol which will delete the data. This is what do we require. Okay, so we will start from the insert protocol, netbeans.php. Here we'll write a new function, which is a function space insert follow open and close round brackets, and in the round brackets the first will be user underscore ID, comma, then follow underscore ID, the one which we start following. This function inserts data into follow database. Okay, so first of all we need to write an SQL command, $sample SQL equals to, then single quotation marks. We'll write insert space into space follows set space user underscore ID equals to question mark and comma, then we write follow underscore ID equals question mark. Great. So we need to prepare this SQL statement for the execution statement equals to this, then arrow connection then again arrow prepare. This is the SQL statement. Very good. Then after that we need to check for having any errors. If open and close round brackets, then open curly brackets. In the round brackets, exclamation mark, $sample statement. If there is any error, so we want to throw a new exception. Throw new exception, then in the round bracket we'll write statement arrow error. So then it must show us the error. Okay, here also it must be, by the way guys, error, not error, no. That is the one. Great, and then after this we'll replace this question marks with the parameters. Statement equals bind underscore param. So here in the quotation marks we'll write to II, which states for the integer, and here first I will replace with the user underscore ID, comma, then follow underscore ID, then semicolon at the end, and then we'll execute this statement. Statement arrow execute, and we'll assign the result of the execution to the new variable which is called result, and don't forget semicolon at the end, and here final will return result variable. Okay, this SQL command for execution, prepare for execution, error while checking the SQL statement. Here is replacing question marks with variables, and here executing. Here we're returning the result, and here return result. Don't forget semicolon at the end. Okay, so then we'll write a new function which will be function space delete follow open and close round brackets, then open curly brackets. In the round brackets we'll write here user underscore ID comma then follow underscore ID comma. Okay, we'll copy the same content. It will be exactly the same, and the only difference will be that is the line. So we'll rewrite the SQL statement. So we'll write here delete from follows where user underscore ID equals question mark and follow underscore ID equals question mark. This is this is the only difference. This function deletes a row from the database. This is what it does. Okay, guys, so these are the two main protocols which will be corresponding with our new database, which follows subdatabase or a table. Then these two protocols will be called from another PHP file, which is a friends.php. So since all the communication related to the friendship is going inside of this friends.php, so here we'll create an extension to this class. Here we'll write else if, then open and close round brackets, then again open and close another round brackets, and in the last round brackets $_ request, then square brackets, then single quotation marks, action coming out from the quotation marks, then coming out from the round brackets, square brackets, then coming out from the round brackets equals space to the single quotation marks will be follow, then open curly bracket. Okay, so this is what we're doing. So if the action will be follow, then we want to insert the record into our database. So in order to save your time, we've already written this action, which is for add. That is the one. So we'll just copy the entire content of the add. So starting from this till these closures of the else statement. So we'll copy this content, make sure that you're not making a mistake. Copy this and just insert in our new extension, which is a follow. Okay, the update here will be, first of all, there are 3 updates which we need to do. The first one, we need to change friend ID to follow underscore ID. And the same we're doing here while we're in the step 1. This is, guys, this is step 1. So here we're changing friend ID to follow ID, follow underscore ID. And here this variable will name it follow underscore ID. Very good. So the second change will be insert request. We need to change it. After error, I'll delete everything and I'll write here insert follow. So user ID, the user ID which we have got here, and the follow ID is the follow ID which we have got there. Okay, and semicolon at the end. And the third, this is actually the step number 2, and the step number 3, the output, here we will write started following successfully. And here, for the error could not follow the user. Okay, so these are the 3 changes. So this is for starting following the user. Here we'll write follow user. And the second, this is extension number 1, and the second extension will be to delete to unfollow the user. So here we'll write else if open and close round brackets, and in these round brackets put $symbol and the square request square brackets, then single quotation marks. In the single quotation marks we'll make a reference to the key action. So if else if request actions will be equals to single quotation marks, unfollow, then open curly brackets. Okay, so that one is unfollow user. It's better idea to put request here in the separate round bracket just to keep it as a one variable, but it doesn't matter, you can just simply avoid doing so. Then we'll scroll to the top. Here we got a one function where we are deleting the user. Just copy the entire content of this extension for the deleting user. That is the one. So whatever in these closures, copy this. So in this case, starting from the if statement till including the closing brackets of the else statement, else if. So copy this block of code from the delete action, scroll down. Here, let's insert it here. Okay, here we need to do also the following three changes. Friend ID must be followed to follow underscore ID. And here we're changing in the variables as well. Friend ID we're replacing with the follow ID, and the variable we are creating follow ID. Okay, the second change will be delete this appendix. Then here access, we're accessing our access.php, and we'll call delete follow. So the user ID which we've got now, and follow ID which we've got here, and semicolon at the end. And finally, we'll just update the output message. Here will be stopped following the user successfully, or stop following successfully. Could not stop following the user. Okay. So this will be another extension, which is the second one. First, we have adding the user in the database as a following user, and here we're deleting this. Okay, let's make now a very quick test. Localhost, then /fb /friends.php, question mark, then we have action equals follow, and user underscore ID equals 2. And follow underscore ID equals 1. So Jennifer Lawrence, which is having the user ID 2, will follow Bradley Cooper, which is having the user ID 1. And I click enter, started following successfully. Excellent. Let's go now to check follow. And here we got one record inserted. Brilliant. So we are here coming back, and we will now unfollow this. So here we'll write unfollow. Very good. Stopped following the user. And let's check our database. Excellent. So another thing is, let's say we start following the user. When we come to him, we want to show the status that we're following this user. So to do this, guys, we will have to edit our select user SQL command. We're going to the access.php. We'll scroll to the function where we're searching the user. Here, select users. Here we will write left join follows on users.id equals to follows.user underscore ID, or users.id equals to not or here, follows dot follow underscore ID. So if we are following this user, then we want to show it. And here we will write follow, or just follows dot, it can be follow underscore ID as followed underscore user. Okay, so I will copy this SQL command. I will come to my PHP My Admin panel, and I'll make sure that I have inserted I'm following at least one user. I'll create a record in the follows database. So then in the SQL command, we'll paste it. Here, don't forget to put comma, which we have forgot to put here. Okay, so I'll click go, and where is this? Okay, let's check it out. Yeah, we need to use this conditional statement as well, where user ID equals 2, name, let's say, equals A. Here is name equals A, and here user ID 2 as well. So copy and go. Okay, so it was quite large. That one is what it was not showing in my PHP My Admin panel. So I removed. Just you don't need to do this. I just removed the first. This how it was looking like. So I removed this 3, and I kept only that one, and I click go. So for the followed user, it's showing that not null result. So the result is not null. So it means currently we're following this user. So okay, I removed it. Okay, let me show it to you now. Click go, and here we go. So followed user is 1, so it means currently Jennifer Lawrence is following Bradley Cooper. So that is superb. That is amazing, guys. So we're done with the backend part. So we can now directly go to the front end, and we can start implementing the logic. So well done. Good job. Congrats.